Hi Scorpio, welcome. This is your reading, which is an updated reading for August 2020. This is going to cover the time frame of around mid-August. So we're just going to do a very quick read. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's see what we have in store with the current energies. For our Scorpio collective. So this is a general reading. This is a general reading for the Scorpio collective. So if there's specific messages here that are not resonating with you, don't try to force the messages simply to make them fit. Okay, it just means the messages were meant for someone else, and that's okay at the end of the day. There is some banging in the background, unavoidable probably for a few more weeks, so I'm gonna go ahead and just tune it out. Hopefully you guys can too. I'm going to ask that Spirit join us to select your cards. Spirit, what messages did you want to send forward to our Scorpio collective? And this is really for the time frame of August, mid-August, halfway through the month. Scorpio, these are your cards. Let's have a look at the oracle cards first. Very quickly, we have insight. You perhaps are receiving some form of insight into a particular situation, and remembrance. So you may be remembering your true divinity, your true authentic self. You might be coming to more so of a realization that anything that is happening as far as the emotions go, that is not truly who you are as a human being. You're understanding that is simply an emotion. It is the person who observes the emotion. You're observing the emotion come in and take over your body, and then you're observing it leaving your system and your body. You are the observer. You are not the emotion itself. You're recognizing that. You are, if you're in a mood, and I do sense that the moods right now are very hectic, very scattered, very all over the place for the overall global collective, and this is normal, this is okay. Things are kind of up in the air for a lot of people, and a lot of craziness going on in the world. So if you feel any need to cry or scream, do that. If you want to focus more on your exercises or giving yourself a treat just to feel good in that moment, go ahead and do that. If you want to go for a long car ride, go ahead and do that, right? So what we're really talking about here is getting rid of any sadness, any anger, even any resentments that you may have in your system. Because at the end of the day, this is really going to be allowing only you to suffer, right? Because you're holding them in your system. So if there's resentments from you to another, you're not harming them by holding all of the hatred in your system, right? It would have to be in their system, and only they can control that. So this is really a lot of contemplation that's happening. You're really starting to love who you are. You're getting new insight into situations that you find yourself in. You're also remembering your divine being, your divine self. You're feeling obviously conflicted with Major Arcana Hangman card. So this might be a time frame where you're really looking for insight. hoping for insight, praying for insight. Five of Cups. So you might be feeling as though there is a bit of emotional disappointment here in your energies. It could be a broken relationship, a broken marriage of some kind. You could feel very, very trapped in the moment and you're unable to move forward. You're feeling a sense of regret in your energies as well. Big information that's coming forward in this read for you is really understanding, Scorpio, that the actions of others have absolutely nothing to do with you. The actions of others have absolutely everything to do with that person and that person alone. So if you're focusing on that, know that people are reacting out of their own situations and circumstances, and it has nothing to do with you whatsoever. If it's reversed and you're feeling regret, it's time to let it go. It's time to forgive yourself. This is the time. Again, Two of Swords. This is also, again, the energy of just really a lot of confirmation here with the Hangman energy, right? Because the Hangman is really just being uncertain of things. Let me get rid of this commercial here. Sorry, guys. We don't want to hear about that. Okay. Two of Swords. Yeah, so again, uncertainty. Being unwilling or even unable to make a decision here in the energies. You could even be pretending as though there's really nothing going on that's an issue in your life because you don't want to have to deal with this issue, perhaps. So there are some blockages here in your system. You know there are some blockages here in your system. And last card, Seven of Wands. Basically, choose your battles wisely and defend your beliefs and your decisions as well. Stand your ground if you feel you must. But trust, look beyond the surface. Your personal interpretation is crucial during this time. But really, ultimately, there's just a big message of just choose your battles wisely. Right now, we're going into a time where there could be so many things to consider whether or not it's worth the battle, because there are so many different shifts in energy coming up in the future and the remainder of 2020. So you might want to conserve some of your energy now. And the last message, of course, is our inspirational message. It says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Focus on yourself, focus on your healing, focus on the love of the self. Anytime you get into that mindset where you're feeling a sense of fear, not wanting to continue with your growth, it's going to be so important to do everything you can to shift back into that feeling of love, feeling of self-love, feeling of unconditional love. This is where you're wanting to head for the future, and this is where all of the work has to happen on your part. And you know this. You know this deep down as well. So that's it for you guys, Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Like I say, these are very quick updates throughout the month of August. It'll allow me hopefully to get more accurate week to week updates out for you guys. So make sure you guys are taking care of yourself as always. Remember as well, in a world where you can be absolutely anything at all, in a universe where you can be anything at all, remember simply to be free. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much for joining me. If this resonated, don't forget to click on like. And those of you who are new, subscribe. If you feel this information can be helpful to others, please remember to share and pass it along. Take care, everyone. Bye.